right? It brings the stuff you thought you were over. It brings the other big emotions that roll with the grief. And so it can feel like this tsunami, this tidal wave that's going to take you over. And so, of course, we try to push it away, but we're not strong enough to push away tidal waves. And actually, what's needed is to move through it and to allow those waves to come in and out and in and out. And the waves brought things like fear, anxiety, and anger, enormous amounts of rage, which I talk about in one of the chapters. And again, approaching these emotions in a very, I'm curious about you way. I'm curious about you, anxiety. Let me understand you more. I'm curious about you, fear. Let me understand you more. Oh, anger. What are you all about? Like, why are you here in the first place? Like, what's your purpose? Teach me. Anger is a signaling emotion, right? It basically points to something much deeper under the surface. It also is there to protect us and keep us safe. There's a reason why we go into fight, flight, freeze, especially the fight part. That's literally when we're raging during a grief moment, that literally is us fighting for our lives. And so learning how to tend to each of these, but to answer your question, because I cover a lot of stuff in the book, is many of us don't have the language to even articulate what emotions we're feeling. We just know we're out of sorts. We just know we're struggling. We just know we're unhappy. And sometimes when we don't have those words, right, it's like the little us who didn't have the words to say what they were feeling because we weren't developed enough to understand what we were feeling when we were growing up in the midst of chaos or trauma or whatever it is that each and every one of us hold in our bodies, hold in our hearts, hold in our tissues, right? We didn't have the words. And sometimes as adults, we may still not understand what the words are, what we're feeling. And so first and foremost, I like to say, there's an exercise that I teach in the book. It's about calling conditions and saying, if you started somewhere, just start with, how am I feeling? How am I feeling? How can I articulate it to myself? What is it? Write about it, talk about it, go for a walk about it, just to even get familiar with it enough to begin there.